Hi people, happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina DeVille. If it's your first time here, welcome. There's a lovely little community that's building here, and I'm so thankful for everyone that has come so far to listen to the videos and the information that I try to share with everybody about being transgender in 2025. It has its ups and downs. The ups and the downs, you know, they're jealous in Washington. All right, so I hope you've been having a wonderful Sunday, and mine's been pretty good. I'm just kind of getting going because I've been keeping some vampire hours late at night, like I do. I like the quiet. It's nice. I wanted to, just take a moment and make another video for y'all today. I tried to do at least one a week. And I'm also on TikTok and Facebook and Threads and Instagram and Blue Sky too. So today I thought I would talk to you about what it's like coming out. And specifically, what it's like coming out to your first person. Okay, so, like many of us transition, further on in years where we've had years, decades to tell ourselves, we can't do this. To listen to the never-ending hamster running in our heads, telling us if we transition, all the people that we have loved, all the things that we've worked for, it'll all just vaporize, poof, gone. It doesn't happen like that. I can honestly say it doesn't happen like that. There will be some people that will undoubtedly walk away. We have to remember that when we meet people, there's something that draws us in that, makes us want to go meet someone. Oh, look at that person, they're fun. Look at all the energy that they have. That's great. I should go meet them. Or I like her hair. Or she's goth. I'm goth too. I should go to. So yeah, you find some characteristic that makes you want to approach this person, say hi or whatever. Maybe they really like punching bigots. It's been my hobby, verbally punching bigots. I'm working up to the physical part. I abhor violence, but if they come for me, they're gonna have to carry me out of the bag. This cat's not going peacefully or without a fight. But anyhow, when we meet people, there's a bond that gets created there, because whatever the first thing was that drew us to them, that usually stays, but then as we get to know that person, we find other things that we can align with. And the fact of the matter is, when you transition, that is a baseline, fundamental of human existence, how you present yourself to the world, what your gender is. So it's very possible that people you have known for your entire life are just like, I can't, and they walk away. And You just have to let them go. It's and sometimes you have to eject people out of your life. It's just how it goes. Someone that you thought was loving and accepting because you fit inside their box they categorized you in. Once you break out of that box, they might become hostile. I've seen it. Personally, I've seen it. I've had friends, thought were friends, show up in my DMs and start to, be demonstrative and hostile. And I don't put up with it, and you shouldn't either. You're better than that, and don't let anybody try to fill your head with some nonsense of you not being worthy of the journey that you know is yours in your heart. And, on one of these videos, I'm going to seriously talk to you about building your own personal power inside, having defense mechanisms in place so that when you are approached by a hostile person, someone with malice at their intent, that you have ways to push back against it. They really don't like it when you push back. Keep pushing, y'all. Push harder. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I came out about 13 months ago. Back up. I started transitioning about 13 months ago. I didn't fully come out until March to everyone. And still, to this day, there's people that I don't interact with on a regular basis. They show up and they're just like, hi. And they go, wow. And I'm like, it's nice to see you. There's been some changes. Let's get you up to speed. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so anyways, we've had decades, years, eons to not only cultivate this inner anxiety of, you can't do this, no one will accept you, but also this notion of, if I do this, everyone's going to leave. I'm going to lose all the things I love. All the plants will die. The sun will crash into the earth and everything will explode and it'll just... That's exactly how it goes. Yep. Mm-hmm. I hope y'all are having a good time. I am. Okay, so, no, it doesn't go like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the first person that I came out to, and it was my hairstylist. In my previous life, I rocked a two-tone mohawk for years. I think I've done two-tone hair for, goodness, it's got to be at least 10 years now. When you have a mohawk, and mine was like a mohawk with, it was like mohawk meets pompadour. So the front was kind of fun and, like the sides were tight, high and tight, So it's a medium amount of maintenance to have a hairstyle like that. You have to go in or do it yourself. And me, not a good idea. I have a person. She's wonderful. She has a heart of gold. And she's the same hairstylist I've been going to for like the last 10 years. So she knew me before. She knows me now. She's an ally. She's a love. of a friend. And anyways, I had a rolling appointment schedule with her every 3 weeks, like clockwork. I would go in, and she would cut my hair every week, and she would dye it she would cut my hair every 3 weeks, and then she would dye it every other time. So every 6 weeks, my hair would get dyed so that the colors would stay vibrant and lovely. So anyways, before I have a hair, well, maybe I'll just see. This is why I'm a cat. I can't just leave these things alone. Maybe I'm not supposed to get it. Anyways, when I went and got my HRT, I had hair appointments set up with her. It was like 2 weeks away, and I didn't really, I didn't think about it. It's like, I've waited like 30 years to have hormones, and they're right in front of me. We're going to worry about this, and we're going to do this now. Whoa! So, it was like a glow, like, when the angels, like, open the gates from above, whoa, and the shine comes down, and you feel lovely, and you're washed over with this lovely feeling of warmth and being on the right path. I really have fun being ridiculous. Can you tell? It's good. All right. Anyways, so I had a rolling hair appointment with her every 3 weeks, and I started on my HRT. Use as directed, take right away. So after a week, I looked at my calendar further on to see what was coming up in the rest of the month, and I was like, oh, that's right. Haircut. What are we going to do about this? Still a week and a half away. I'm not even going to think about it. How's that for dealing with it? No. If you want something, you have to go and get it. No one's going to go do it for you. And, after you reach the age of like 18, nobody's going to show up and tell, well, you're a bad kitty because you didn't go and clean your room. You didn't tell your hairstylist that you're trans. We're getting to that. So, it got to be the Monday of the week for and my appointments are always on like a Thursday or Friday. And she's so lovely. It's always just her and I, the two of us in the salon together. It's usually pretty empty, so we can just goof off and have fun and make jokes and laugh and be ridiculous together. Ridiculous people finding more ridiculous people. This is how it's supposed to go. So, it got to be the Monday, and I was like, I still have some days to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because, see, here's the other part that you have to remember. Sure, we've struggled with this for decades, right? At no point did I ever think that I would actually have the sauce to do this, to transition, to cross over the threshold and say, fuck it, I'm not going back. So when you finally develop the courage to do something like that, something you've convinced yourself will never happen. There's things that you haven't figured out because you've told yourself for decades that this isn't ever going to happen. So it would be like, I'm never going to own a Lamborghini. It would be nice. Somebody wants to buy me a Lamborghini, I'll take it. I have fun cars. I'll take you on a tour of those on one of these videos too. Anyways, I'm never going to own a Lamborghini. Why do I have to worry about learning how the dashboard dials work? That's pretty much what it comes down to. So I had it in my mind that I was never going to transition. I would never have to worry about telling people anything. So fast forward to 13 months ago, and guess what we're doing? Hormones! Why? Yeah. So we get to the Monday, and I'm like, I'm just going to not think about it today. I'm just going to compartmentalize it, push it off over there. Procrastination, that's the way. No. Bad kitty. But it is the way that I did. So, Tuesday, still have 2 days left to figure this out. Plenty of time. Push it off in the back of my head. It's over there. It's not really going to happen. I don't have to think about it happening. Wednesday, it's tomorrow. What are we going to do? I just push it back. So push it away again. Just procrastinate. Learn from my mistakes, y'all. Whatever you want to make happen in life, the faster that you are able to actually grab the idea that you are doing this and dig in with all your might, the faster you get to happy goals in that thing that you want. So we got to Thursday, and I was just perplexed. What am I going to do? It was Thursday morning. She sent me a text like she does. She's so lovely. She knows that I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with trying to remember stuff. So she sends me a text before, on the morning of my hair appointments, because she's such a sweetheart. And she sends me a text and says, well, don't forget now, you have a hair appointment and today. And I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling so good. So can we reschedule the next week? I'm not proud, y'all. So she's like, yeah, no problem. We can reschedule it next week. No problem at all. So, sigh of relief. It is moved away. Okay. So, the whole weekend was fine. Get to Monday. Oh, it's like 3 days away. What? Don't even. Just go have some breakfast. Take your hormones. Whoa. I can really see how ridiculous it is now. And I don't put up with this crap for myself anymore. Anything that I become scared of to, do. Let's go. Do it right now. So, it was the same deal that week. Tuesday, it's some days away yet. Wednesday, it's tomorrow. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Thursday, got the text message. Don't forget, we have a hair appointment today. And I was like, I got a tummy ache. Can we reschedule for next week? Oh, sure, no problem. Whew. I was just going to do this for the rest of my life. I was just going to reschedule my hair appointment for the rest of my life and, stay in my home and never go outside ever again until I was completely transitioned or died. One of the two. Seemed like a good plan at the time. No! So I got through the weekend just fine, and fast forward up to Thursday, and I'm still, just like freaking out about like what am I gonna do? You would think that in the couple weeks that I'd pushed her off, I would have sat down and went, I'm eventually going to have to cross this bridge. No, just like out of sight, out of mind. Crisis averted. We can go back to happy fun time. Learn from my mistakes, please. So we get to Thursday morning, and she sends me a text message. Are you mad at me? And I was like, am I mad at you? No. Why would you think that? Well, you've been pushing it back for the last couple weeks, and I thought maybe I did something that... and I was like, no. But then I, realized that, can't keep delaying this. Can't keep, denying having to deal with this. This is the first time. It's the first, anxiety here. All the way up in the back of your mouth, just ah. So I went to the salon. And like I said, we were usually there alone. Such wasn't the case that day. It was a busy salon. It was her and I, and I think there was 4 other women in there, and they had a couple kids with them, and I was just going all in today. Holy mackerel. Okay, so I had, I said, I had a buzz cut on the sides because of Mohawk for years, and now I'm transitioning. For God's sake, don't cut off my hair. This has taken a year, 13 months, and so, anybody that has grown their hair out understands it's a long process when you have short hair to get something like this. So I'm looking around at there's people here. This isn't how this is supposed to be. Maybe I could have a come to Jesus moment and tell you when we're, just the two of us alone. But now I have the circus. Okay, so just calm your tits. Try to figure it out in real time what we're going to do. So, first thing she always would do would be she would wash my hair because the Mohawk had the crazy hairspray. She'd have to get it out of there. And it usually is a couple of times washing the hair because, it's the hairspray that I've used and still use. You could stick posters to the wall with it. It's pretty good. It's basically contact cement in a spray can. It's awesome. Washes my hair. I've got an apron on, and she says, "Go over to my station." So I'm like, okay. I felt like I was being probably kind of weird, but I didn't really know what to do. Here we are at the moment. She's getting her scissors out. And I just was like, hey, hold on. And I was like, we need to go in your we need to go in your dye room, or the it was the hair dryer room where they do like permanents and stuff. I was like, we need to go in the hair dryer room and have talk. And she was like, okay. So that was close. I mean, she had scissors in hand. And I mean, you know, I wouldn't have died, but it just would have been a setback. And when you have decided this is the way, setbacks are unacceptable if you can avoid them, you know, so. We went into the dryer room, and she closed the door, and I sat down on this chair, and she sat down on this chair across from me, and she says, what's the matter? What's going on with you? You've never been this way before. And I said, I know. And I said, I'm sorry that I've been weird. You're my friend and I love you. And I felt bad that I've delayed coming to see you. I felt bad that I've postponed and made you think that I was mad at you. I'm trans. And she went, oh my God, babe, and gave me this huge hug, and we both started crying. I'm gonna really try hard not to cry right now. So, we sat and cried and hugged. And she was like, oh my God. I said, I didn't want you to cut my hair off. And she was like, oh my God, give me another hug. And she said, this is gonna be okay. You're my second doll. I've gone through this with one person before, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be an ally, and I'm gonna be in your corner, and I'm gonna help you. And she's done more than just being a hairstylist. She's one of my besties, for real. We can go and talk about whatever. We can go and like get mad at each other. We can, you know, we're besties. And she was actually the one who went with me to court when I got my name changed. You find your tribe, y'all. Usually they're part of your tribe already. People will show you how loving and caring they really are. So anyways, we cried and talked and hugged, and lots of questions at that point, you know. When you've known someone for, I mean, I'd been going to her for like 6 years or something at that point, 7 years, something like that. Been seeing her for a long time. She's my girl. So yeah, she's like, well, obviously we're not going to cut your hair today, but we'll try to do something with it. She's like, I'll cut it, but we'll see what we can do for trying to position you toward a style. And she asked, you know, like, what do you have in mind? I said, well, all I really had in mind is that I would like long hair, knowing full well that it's years to get there. I still do want long hair. We're getting there. But the the weight that felt lifted off of my shoulders after telling her, it felt like someone had picked the Steinway grand piano off of my back. For real. Like, this thing that we build in ourselves, this thing called fear, this fear that creates so much anxiety, and we, over the course of decades, it develops into its own like monster, and it just grows because being trans has been something that has reappeared in my life again and again and again. So I've known since I was little that I'm trans, even if I didn't have a name to put on it. And I have built this monster of fear in me since then. So it's not like some little gnome. This was like a Rancor from Star Wars, this massive in here fear, So that's one thing that I know with pretty confident surety, that whatever the bigots and haters of the world decide to bring at me, honey, I've already had to overcome shit way more powerful than you, and it's been inside of me. So after that weight was lifted, after I told her, my first person, every time after that became just that much easier. I didn't burst into flames. I didn't melt into the ground. I didn't instantly vaporize like somebody being hit by a nuclear bomb. I survived. I still survive every day. Death threats, people telling you you're not good enough, or you're not a woman, or you'll never be a woman, or I've talked about some of the derogatory things that trans people get thrown at them in a couple of my other videos, and it doesn't carry any weight anymore. The things that I've had to overcome, far greater than what anybody could ever say. The thing that really makes me upset the most these days is seeing how much hurt other people are given, and how much other people are hurting because of malicious bad actors. So I'm taking some steps to try and fix that, and one of those steps is making videos like this. So yeah, I had this lovely discussion with my girl, and I think that hair appointment, most of my hair appointments usually last a couple hours, because that's a bunch of hair to dye. I think I was probably there 3 or 4 hours that day, and we just talked about everything, and it was great. And the minute I walked out of the door, I called my dear gay friend in New Mexico, who I've known for 20 years, and I told him. And then, like a night later, one of my dear car friends showed up to help me with some things, and very conservative-minded person. But I always had thought of him as a dear friend. And I told him. And nobody threw me into the fire. Nobody wished me underneath the bus. I want you to know that the people who truly love you do see who you are, past the exterior of anything that you present, anything that you have presented, anything that you will present. The people in your life that love you see the heart inside of you. And if they truly care about you and truly love you, it doesn't matter what the packaging looks like, as long as the contents are genuine. With that, now that I've thoroughly talked your ear off, but I hope you've all had a good time. I certainly did. I always have such a glorious time making these videos, and you can rest assured that I will keep making them, because what better way to spend a little bit of time on a Sunday than to come and visit with y'all. Anyhow, I hope it's a grand week for you. I hope I'll be optimistic. I hope the government is able. I hope the Congress is able to come to some sort of agreement on health care. Come on back to work. Come on, Republicans, come on back to work. Millions of Americans can lose health care. Millions of Americans are going to lose their access to food. Come on, Congress. Come on, Republicans. We need you to negotiate for real people's lives. We do. So I hope that they find some way to meet in the middle. I hope that every day is bright and sunny for y'all. I hope that people greet you with an exuberance that overflows their space and floods you with love. Hearts and stars for y'all. I'll see you soon. Okay? All right. Ciao.